Hey, yeah, they say anything's possible. You got a dream like you never seen obstacles. Chasing obscene profits, so we ain't stopping for the red lights. Look at my review, all I see is niggas' headlights.
He's official. Jump Force Review.
Sure is.
Of
course,
and I'm
of
here
course,
with
right?
all these
Hell
assholes,
yeah.
so
It's
you
about
know
long
I
overdue.
must love y'all.
Come
What
on,
up,
bro.
I don't like doing
Come
videos.
on, man.
I really will smack
That was
this
unnecessary,
dude,
bro.
bro.
I
I
ignore
these
comments.
always. But
something wrong with him.
I figured
He loves
we
us.
started this thing together. We might as well finish it together.
So
So
disrespectful.
I'm gonna start
Of
off
course.
with saying that we're gonna do it. How should we do this, y'all? Can we do positive
That's the
to
worst.
negative?
I
You
kind
know,
of want to do
talk
negative
about
as
the
positive,
worst
but
first.
yeah, positive,
Definitely.
negative.
And the negative
That's
first last,
whatever.
or the worst
Yeah,
part
sure,
last,
whatever.
and then you could go
Worst
bottom
part's
right, 'cause
last.
that's all you like to do anyway.
Shut up. Shut up.
boy.
Here we go. Bitch
Anyway,
ass.
so I'm gonna start off, and then can y'all get out of here while I do my part, and
Bro,
then
can you-
y'all can come in for
I
your
guess.
part.
Yeah,
Alright,
bro.
sign off.
I
Alright,
guess.
alright,
You got it, bro.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I kind
You
of
two
want to
get the hell out of here. All right. Sorry, y'all. So, anyways, starting off with the best parts, we're gonna start off with the gameplay. Honestly, the gameplay was really great. Like, it was really fun from start to finish. It was great. Once you pick your characters and you pick a map and you get straight into the combat, I think it's a really solid game to play for fighting fans and for anime fans. There's a lot of great stuff. It's fluid. It has a mix of things that are kind of like Dragon Ball Z, old Dragon Ball Z games, and Naruto games like Ultimate Ninja Storm. 2, 3, 4. They were all like this generations. And so basically, like, what it's like when you play this is it's like you see that you clearly like you run around, so you're not charging each other at all times, but when you do things like high speed dodges and the chases and the special moves like this, it's cool because it's not difficult to get a hang of it. And it's you get to do cool stuff like that by simply pressing R2 X or R2 in circle or R2 in triangle, R2 in square. So that's lit. It does play like what we were saying in our pre-release review. We were talking about we wonder how the mechanics are gonna go. So if you guys played the old Dragon Ball Z games, you would know that you did have like these high speed chases where you would knock somebody far away and then you'd catch up to them, using your powers to kind of fly on different angles, go left, right, or you could go straight to continue a combo. What they did really well too was that because this is a game that has all these different anime characters in, because if anybody watches anime, we all know that like not all the characters are really necessarily equal with their powers and stuff. We always have arguments, which is why they made this game about what anime characters would be stronger than others. And there really haven't been any anime characters to be as strong as Dragon Ball Z characters. The only exception would be like One Punch Man, and that's because he literally just needs one punch and like blows stuff up. But Dragon Ball Z characters on the whole have always been the strongest because they can do things like blow up a planet, in one, fell swoop. It's like real simple for them. So whereas like things like One Piece and Naruto or Hunter x Hunter, they're people that are really strong, but they can do things to create real issues on the planet, like maybe create a whole crater or something crazy like that. But as far as actually blowing up a planet in one beam or something like that, that's not really a thing. So they did a decent job with balancing all these characters, which I really wasn't sure that they were gonna do, because we were very curious in the beginning. We were like, I don't know how they're gonna do this. Like, how are you gonna make it so everybody's like strengths get to be displayed the right way and still have everybody fight equally? But they did it, so and that was pretty great. So if I had to give this part a rating, it would be an 8.5. So if I had to put a number on it, I put the gameplay for an 8.5. And so yeah, and then I asked them at the end, because they about to come in anyways, because top left got to do his part. But I'll ask them at the end if they agree with that. But then we'll add up all the numbers and we'll average it out. So I'm gonna throw this up to
Appreciated it.
top
Took
left.
you long enough. We already at the character. And then he gonna disappear anyways, y'all. So here y'all see the
the roster here. And the reason why this was really probably one of the best parts of the game was because of the variety of characters that you have, and you get a lot of what do you call trademark like moves and stuff for all of them. You see characters from Naruto to Dragon Ball Z to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures to Bleach to Hunter x Hunter. So they did a great job with that. And so if we had to give this one, a rating, I think we agreed on like a 8.7, 8.8 type of range, because why not? Like that is actually one of the really best parts of the game. So yeah, I'm gonna pass this down the bottom left. My turn, yo. Yeah, so this is the maps. You feel me? Like, we gave this like a 8.9 because the maps were really great. They were creative, especially once you factor in the area changes. It was really one of the strongest points of the game. So yeah, we wanted to give y'all that. Also, they have like a day and night cycle sometimes, but I'm gonna let my man to my right handle this, because this is getting into the game modes. Yo, appreciate you, bruh. Alright, y'all, so here we go. My part with the game modes. The reason why this is kind of on the lower bottom of our review is because it's not that they were horrible, but it's that there's certain things you can add to the game modes that we probably would have appreciated more. Simple things like adding the rematch button at the end of matches, which you don't get online or offline. But they do have a variety of modes you see on the screen as events. You can go to upgrade, you can go to shops, and then you could go to the missions. And then they have different things for the missions too, like there are key missions, and then there are extra missions, and then there are free missions. So they gave you that, and then obviously they have the online and offline factor, because everything these days does. They also give you the level of difficulty that you can put these things at. So that part is nice, which is why we kind of give it like a 7 point something. Like, so I mean, it wasn't like horrible, but there's some things that they could fix or add. One thing that they did do that we didn't talk about too that much was the story. I'm gonna put the story in here because obviously the story was a thing, and for most people they didn't like the story that much. The story was a little cliche, if people come to the planet, you gotta fight them, whatever. I mean, it's a basic concept, but it's one that, we all understand and get, so I understand why they used it. But people were not happy with the fact that, like, in the cutscenes for the story, you didn't see people's mouths moving and things like that. You did in certain parts of the cutscenes, but most of it, people weren't really talking. You just had to read subtitles. For most stories, especially nowadays, that's not the best way that you should do it. So I mean, Bandai Namco, the story probably would have went up a few points if they had just made it so people's mouths actually moved, things of that nature. So, but talking about some of the even customization things as you see on the screen here, customization was actually pretty good. We don't have like a separate thing for it, but it was actually pretty good. There was a lot of things that you could do where you can make your person look real wacky. As you see the person on the right, they don't look that wacky. There's been people that look much crazier than that, but you can make them look pretty normal, because our guy doesn't. So but just to recap, they could have added rematch buttons, a survival mode, maybe a treasure battle. You feel me? But I think it's about time that
Alright, Justin. Now we're all
all
good
info.
You know how we agree with these. I told y'all he was gonna love doing the negative parts.
Here we go.
That's his thing.
I really didn't even say anything crazy.
I'm
God,
going
hating
through this
ass.
with you right now
Whose
while we
man's
do
is
this review.
this?
I'm not even trying to hear it.
Ain't mine. Somebody
You
should
know
put in
you
the
negative.
comments. How so?
No.
Actually, though, somebody should put in the
I
comments.
swear.
Top right. Yo,
So
yeah,
get
top
yours.
right. Some help.
Yo, shut up.
It's always getting on my nerves, bro. It's crazy. Not even in the mood.
Alright, do y'all agree that the gameplay was like a 8.5, 8.7?
8.5
Yeah,
is
bro.
solid.
Because it was fun.
That's solid. That's a good rating.
Alright.
That's a good rating.
Yeah, I see that.
That's
That
a rating
works.
right there.
Then for the characters, what would we have? We had like an 8.7,
8.7, yeah.
8.7. We'll go
Yeah.
8.7, right?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of characters.
8.7 is
folks.
cool. That's a tough.
The maps.
That works.
The maps got to
I'm
be the
with that.
strongest point.
Just
Just
feels
because
like a
they're so
9.
pretty. So we could go, which I don't know,
Facts.
8.9.
Look at
with
this.
I say 9.
Yeah.
but
And
we'll
then
go
8.9.
game modes be like a 7.7, and then the story's like
Yeah.
what,
Yeah,
like
it started to dip
6.7,
some.
6.7.
Yeah,
Fall off
unfortunately, went a little downhill.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We
Just a
actually
tad.
agree on something.
For
You know?
once,
So but yeah,
Yeah, I know.
mean, so that's
that doesn't
that's
happen often.
AGP.
Nope,
That's
that
our
does not at all.
official Jump Force review. It took us forever to get the game, but we got it. We've played it. We're gonna
was
continue
tragic.
to play it because it's been a lot of fun.
That was
Uh,
trash.
You know,
That was
so
tight.
This is just
It's been
us,
lit.
you know what I mean? Signing off. If you guys like the video, please like, subscribe. You know, join the AGP community, and we'll catch you.
Join
in,
us.
next video, the next review. So, catch
Mhm.
you.
Peace. Peace.
Lights, catch me if you can, hope. They try and sack me and I scramble. Look up in the sky, you see exactly where I am, bo. Hey, don't you see me, man? Making my wishes come true with no genie, man. I got the keys to my Beamer with no beanie, man. I'm on these rich niggas' ass, no bikini, man.